Hey y'all, episode 2. You already know it's the Sus Boys. I'm gonna come up with a better intro. It's me, A plus, or Alan, to my co-host Carlos, Los himself.
Lovingly referred to as Los.
You're Carlos, sir. I'm sorry to let you know that.
Back and better than ever. Sus Boys Podcast, episode 2. We made it to episode 2.
Sus Boys.
Sus Boys.
Sus Boys.
He's suspect. I'm suspicious. You know the deal.
Super suspicious.
Super suspect.
Thank you, but that's just because I'm black.
That you're super suspect?
Yeah, I was born with this. You being suspicious.
No.
You
but
chose
what you
that
don't
life.
understand is suspect has something to do with you being. Has something to do with, in my mind, has something to do with being black. Suspect means that you're a suspect of being homo.
No,
and like that's why
no.
where I'm from,
Where
back
you're
in the great land of Poughkeepsie, if someone was suspect, that meant that we thought they were in the closet. So we were like, yo, that dude's suspect. So, fast forward to now, we think you're a bit suspect, which is why we're perfect for this podcast. And I'm suspicious of you and other things around me. I feel like I'm a suspicious guy. I'm always asking things. I'm always like trying to figure out where and why and who and what and where.
Yeah, that sounds very suspicious.
I'm a suspicious dude.
Suspiciously.
So no. The one thing that I know for sure, is that department. So
yeah, like I'm saying, it sounds questionable, and that's what suspicious is. But episode 2. How you feeling? How you been dealing with the fame of episode 1?
It's been hard, man. I can't walk anywhere without getting hounded.
By who? Tell us about your hounds.
I've got guys.
Tell us about these bitches.
I've got groupies, and I didn't think it would happen this fast. I didn't think it would. I didn't think they would be coming from all directions, but I've had them, and it's been quite the challenge to kind of push them away. You know?
What's their names?
Well, they don't say their names. They just say, "Oh, I'm your biggest fan," you know, and I'm like, "Oh, I've heard that all the time."
They're too busy gargling.
They don't say blow. Let me blow your cock. I've never heard a woman say cock.
You never heard a woman say cock?
No, so say, "Can I suck your dick?" Or do you want me to suck your dick? That's what they. That's how
they
say it.
Why aren't you messing with the golden age women that love to say cock?
That's a great question. Why am I not hanging out? Why am I not? That's a great question.
Well, I'm asking you.
That is why we're here, and that's what I'm very suspicious about that.
Is this what it is? A mature dating podcast? We're trying to get you laid.
A Golden Girls dating podcast.
Whoa, I didn't say Golden Girls. Golden, you know.
A blue hair dating podcast. Yeah.
Bro, I would kill some MILF.
This podcast could take
again.
all
I would
directions.
kill some MILF again. I've been, bro. It's been so long.
Since what?
Since I had someone.
Since you had a MILF.
No, well, that too, but it's been so long since I've even messed with a woman of age.
Wait, what?
I don't like that. Hold on. A woman with age.
No, that's not. Like, you have to stop there. Let's rewind for a second.
No. Let's
check
not.
the tape.
Let's continue on.
It's been a long time.
Once again, let me drink my Prime Energy drink. It's not sponsored, but clearly I need it.
It's not sponsored because fuck Logan Paul.
But
he likes it, and I like it
also. The dichotomy of capitalism.
Fuck
that guy, but he makes delicious stuff. That's Kanye all over again.
1000%. He's a jackass, and he says all these dumb things, but I will always love his first albums. So.
And the few after.
There's
808
off the top.
Heartbeats.
This is off the top of my head, so let's test my Kanye fandom.
Yeah, that was my New York call. I'm sorry to any native New Yorkers. We're back, though. That was a technical difficulty that took us out of it for like 15 minutes. I'm going to blame my co-host. He didn't do anything.
He's going to blame me because it's bullshit. Sorry for the technical difficulty or whatever he just said, but where we left off was we're gonna test my Kanye fandom. So I'm gonna give you my Apple Music because shout out to Apple Music.
Yeah. Once again, I'm over that right now, Carlos. Let's talk about. Sorry. Let's talk about our weekend. No one cares about Kanye anymore. Let him live, bro.
I think people do care about
Let him live.
I think the problem is they care too much about him, but like
Let him live.
I'm letting him live. I'm shouting out his best music. You think that's not letting him live?
He doesn't
I'm paying homage.
No, you're not. You're
The
not
greatness
doing
of what
any...
to his greatness that has been
his
passed
geniusness?
by. It's
Call
greatness.
it what is.
His greatness.
Geniusness.
If you want to call it that, I'll say my thing. But it was.
What does Kanye call it? Geniusness.
Okay,
Why aren't you respecting his adjectives?
I'm respecting his music. I'm
Why-
respecting,
you
I'm
respect-
respecting his production.
You
quality.
respect his pronouns, but not his adjectives?
His pronouns are he, him. I'm aware of that.
No, I'm saying his adjective. No one gives a fuck about pronouns.
Yeah.
I am except
True
the
dat.
people that that care about that kind of stuff.
True dat.
So what about his adjectives?
You know what? Genius. He had great work in his early career, and so I want to pay homage to that. That's why I was shouting that out. But you know what? I've been
Overruled.
the FCC has come in and
I'm not the FCC.
blacklisted me. So
No, why does it got to be a blacklist? Because I'm black?
exactly,
I shut you down.
precisely.
I shut you down, and I just so happen to be a...
A+ is he's pulling the power card. So he's in the power chair for a reason, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm worried about that alt-right improv class.
This
sir.
no.
Tell the people how long you've
Yeah,
been
I'm
going
worried about
to
you. I'm
your
worried
group.
about you spreading misinformation. It's
I'm
not
not
an alt-right improv class.
Bro, the things you learn in that class.
Oh, it's
has
an
me
it's an
concerned.
all right improv class, but it's not what you're saying for the dumb reasons. But it's all right, man. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
You heard it here first, folks. This man is a proud boy.
I'm proud of certain things. Yes.
That's like white nationalism. Yeah, it's very proud. I hear it in your tone.
This is
Especially-
absolute bullshit.
especially when you
Every
talk
last
up-
second of this is
Especially
absolute
when you
bullshit.
talk about the immigrants. It's
Yeah. Because what's the one thing that racist men do? Podcasts with black people. Am I right, folks?
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Anything for content. What's wrong with you? Anything for content.
It's going undercover.
You're so loud. I be hating on your voice because...
Why is it? Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, I just be hating on it, bro. I be
Speaking
like,
of him hating on me, so I went to go earlier
yeah,
today.
This is why I hate you.
Earlier today.
Then let me finish my thought of why I hate your voice. But
Actually,
tell me,
you're right.
Tell me
no. I
tell
wanna
me
know
why. Tell me why you think I hate your voice.
No.
Tell
Why
me.
do I think you hate my voice?
Yeah, you were already about to tell the story.
Since we're pulling race cards, because I'm Hispanic. Because I'm Hispanic. That's why you hate my voice, right?
No one has
Because
ever,
of your alt right production class
look
that you go to.
Look how heated you are
There's no heatedness.
I see the level, sir.
I am
after
cool.
I outed you, you're offended.
Cool as a cucumber. My levels are.
No,
My levels are-
look.
my levels
You
are-
know this is recorded. They can hear how hot you were now.
There's
How
no
you just
hotness.
toned yourself
There's
down.
no hotness.
Episode 2,
I'm not
you
sweating
get it.
at all, man.
I never said that. Never,
Yeah,
see,
I'm not-
never
my
used
levels-
those terms.
My levels are nice and cool.
I hope so.
I'm
As a
glad-
cucumber.
I'm surprised that you hope so.
As a cucumber,
But I think you hate my voice because.
I could never hate your voice.
You know what? I have nothing. I can't think of.
No,
anything.
you had something before I interrupted
I
you.
did have something because I had the thing where I said because I'm Spanish because I'm turning your game onto you. That was my thing, but I don't have an actual reason.
Why are you pounding everything?
I'm not pounding.
Why are you being so
I'm
sussy?
handsy. I'm handsy.
No, you're pounding.
I'm handsy. I express myself using hand motions.
Never express yourself with
But
hand
you know the great part
motions.
about this not being a video podcast is nobody had to know that until you outed me, you son of a bitch. So now everybody knows that, and now they're on to me. So thanks for that. Thanks for outing me.
They could hear you.
That's the one thing you actually did.
They
out
can
me on.
hear you.
They can hear me talk, but they don't see that my hands are moving
Sir,
right now. Now they're thinking it because they're thinking.
But they can hear the tapping.
I'm just tapping, man.
You get still doing it. Be courteous
You
of
never,
the guests.
you know, Alan. You never let me tap it, and that bugs me. Pause.
You can say whatever you want to, sir. That's a free country, and I believe in America.
Please enlighten everybody why you hate my voice. They probably love my voice. Actually, they probably hate it, but that's for them to tell us. Why do you hate it?
You won't respect the levels, bitch. That's it. You're a habitual level stepper, and I dislike that so much.
It's not because I mean to.
No, you do. There's levels. You can see the levels.
I can't see the computers. You're in the power chair. The computer's pointed towards you.
While I was fixing our technical difficulties, as you know.
Now I've got the power.
As you were there. Actually, we're sharing. We can both see the screen.
The power's been bestowed upon me, ladies and gentlemen.
As long as you know who bequeathed it, bitch.
Who
bequeathed it, yes.
Bequeathed it?
Yes.
Is that an actual word?
Yes.
That might be one of the funniest words I ever heard in my life. If that's an actual word. I don't know. Someone's never pulled that out at Scrabble. I wonder how many Scrabble points you would get for
Who learns, like, Scrabble? Who wants to spell? How's that cool? They don't let you use a dictionary. If you could use a dictionary during Scrabble, that'd be lit. But they especially forbid it, which is wild to me.
You know what? I never saw it that way. I think you got a point there. But the point is that, like, they want you to actually, it's more than just you spelling stuff. It's how much you can pull out of your vocabulary. So it's not about them. It's not about, like, you having a cheat. It's why teachers don't let you use a textbook during a test.
No, because textbooks, specifically the ones when I grew up, in my era, they had the answers in the back of the book. They didn't show the work, but they had the answers at the back of the book.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like if you're sitting down to take an exam, your teacher doesn't let you use a textbook.
This is a board game. This is for fun.
It is supposed to be. It is supposed to be, but it's the same principle. Like, they want you to pull words out of your noggin. They don't want you to just, like, look at a whole book of words. Like, I feel like that cheapens it. It's like taking steroids in a way. Is that not juicing?
No,
bringing a dictionary to a family Scrabble game, that's juicing.
Everyone can have a dictionary. You have multiple dictionaries on hand. You're not passing around one dictionary. It's all about the pieces you pull and what words you're able to create out of those pieces, and what other words you can create out of those pieces. What the fuck does it matter if you have a dictionary or not?
Yeah, you're looking at it as like. You're looking at
a game.
You're looking at it
as a game.
You're looking at it as like putting pieces to a puzzle together using.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it as a game.
Because you get the letters in front of you, and then you pull out the dictionary to see. Like, I don't even know how you would apply that.
You can easily just have a timer set for 30 or 45 seconds, like the little one you flip over.
Okay, the timer part that's okay.
And then you have 45 seconds to create the word that you have the pieces for.
There it is.
Mad easy. Call it Scrabble Rush.
We can make it a minute too. I think a minute is a sweet spot. If you want to go 30 seconds, I said
45, but that's
45?
just proves why I hate your voice. You don't listen. You're too busy.
No, that's not.
To be listening. I clearly said 45 because I thought about it.
Well, what is? I was just saying I like a minute.
But I also might have said 30, no lie. But
you 45. Said 30, 45. You did say, but I'm saying I think a minute, no more than a minute.
No, because that's 5 minutes for 5 people playing Scrabble. I don't think 5 people would ever play Scrabble together.
It would be.
But that's still 5 minutes between turns.
It would be in turns. Yeah, so like.
But that'll take you 5 minutes to get a turn again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So. You know what? I think 30 seconds is the way.
30 seconds, 45, yeah. Scrabble Rush.
But it's almost 30 seconds is no time though.
That's why I said 45.
40. Okay, but even 45 seconds. I mean, how many words are you going to be looking up in 45 seconds? Like.
No, you're gonna already be looking it up, but you have 45 seconds to spell the word when it's your turn. Like, oh, it's your turn. Boom. Flip over the little time dial. I don't forget what the sand trap. I forget what they call it. The one for brushing your teeth. Yeah, you go hourglass.
Yes.
That's sad.
That's good, but yeah, I see that. You know what? Bring a dictionary to your family Scrabble game, folks. I like that.
Bring 5. It's a family affair.
Nah, fuck that. Bring your own. We cheating in 2023.
You always trying to BYOD. you sussy boy. That's why you're co-host.
Yeah.
I gotta represent for the community.
When was the last time you played? When was the last time you played Scrabble?
Nigga, I don't spell words. That when the internet we have.
Yeah, is autocorrect making Scrabble obsolete now? Is that
Bro,
what's happening?
I've been on that wave way beforehand. Like my mom was an asshole. She'll be like, I'll be like, Mom, how do you spell this word? She'll be like, use the dictionary. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, because it didn't make sense. So I'm calling my mom a bitch. Like, I don't even know how to spell the first few words. How am I supposed to look it up? You need to at least know the first 3 words of any word to look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom. Like, you're not going to listen to this.
we're witnessing.
I'm sorry.
We're witnessing firsthand how our parents fuck us up.
No, it don't make no sense. But that's older people of the previous generation. Like me, I'm a sensible ass cat. You're figuring it out still.
What do you mean?
You're still figuring it out still. What do you mean?
I mean, I'm figuring out a lot of shit.
You're not even mid-20s yet. You're still figuring it out.
I'm 23. That's early 20s, right? Yeah, that still constitutes. But
when does mid start?
24 to 27 is mid-20s, I would say. Would you say 26 or would you say 27?
Why didn't you not say the mid number? I hope it was to be funny. 25, clearly. Mid.
No, I said between 24 and 27.
I hear you, but
so what number is obviously in that chain of numbers? 25.
But why did you never say 25?
Okay, the mid numbers are 24, 25, 26, and 27. Does that sound right to you? Or
I would just say 25, but that's me.
So you can only be... So there is no mid-20s, it's just mid-20s.
No, but it's 25. It's just crazy that that's the one number you excluded.
I didn't exclude it. I said from 24...
What's your beef with 25?
I said
why
from
can't
24
you say the why can't
to
you
27.
say it? Why you still haven't said that number? You still haven't said
This guy
it.
doesn't understand number lines. From 24 to 27.
But
what are the 2 numbers that are in that line?
You still haven't... Who rocked the number 25 that you just hate? You can't even say it anymore.
I don't... 25 is... That's in the mid-20s, obviously. That's the middle between 20 and 30. So, obviously, there is no vendetta against the word 25.
No. I realized you said it a few times, but I was keeping it going because I just need to hear it again. And you were fighting so hard.
You're just being toxic.
You were just fighting it so hard.
I would say, would you put 27? Would you classify 27 as mid-20s, or would you say 26 is where the cutoff is? 24 to 26.
You good on that? You were right on those numbers.
And then once you hit 28, you are officially in your late 20s, and then you got 2 years left in that, and then.
Yeah, make something of it.
30s come, and that's when the golden age is. That's where you're at. You're in the golden age, the 30s.
I guess.
30s is it's a dignified decade.
Not really.
That's when that's the golden age years. Because once you're in your 30s, you kind of know, like, there's a lot of shit that you know that you wish you knew in your 20s, but you don't look too old as to your 40s when you start showing signs of aging.
Who?
Well, not everybody does this, but I'm talking regular people.
There you go.
Like, obviously, they're going to talk about, oh, this celebrity never ages and this or that. But regular people, you're going to, for the most part, some of them start aging. It also depends on their nationality, too.
There we go.
Because white people don't age well.
Jesus. So, all you had to say was black don't crack. And I would have said, good job, Carlos.
The black do not crack. They do not.
Couldn't me say it right. Jesus.
The black
do not. Do black.
The what?
It's just black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
What's up with the black?
I said black do not crack.
No, you said the do and all that. And it just sounded all right.
Oh, well, that's
all rightish. And I'm trying to protect you. And now this one's recorded, so
I'm just saying. The black do not crack. They do not.
Let's talk about our weekend since the first podcast. So first one's done. Boom, boom, boom. We were, of course, bullshitting at work. But Sunday, we went to Chad's birthday thing. I had told you I was already going to hang out with you.
I thought he was giving me the axe. That was a funny text.
Anyways.
I'm going to read it. I want to read it.
Let me, before you get so fucking excited, just like
I'm excited.
A fucking puppy dog wagging his tail.
I'm excited because we're doing this.
But you never seen Homeward Bound, which we will get to. I just needed that stated on the record that Carlos, the man to my right, has never seen Homeward Bound, and that makes me so sad. But that's a different topic, Carlos. Let's get.
I think that
let
means
me
I have good
get.
taste in movies.
No.
Continue.
Let
Means I have
me.
good
I
taste in
was
movies.
trying to before you try to.
Oh, because I had to get mine in because it means I have good taste in movies.
No one believe. Carlos, you're making me get loud. No one's going to believe that once they hear you've never seen Homeward Bound. So shut.
I guarantee you. Most of the people here don't. They probably haven't seen Homeward Bound either.
Shut. All right. So Sunday.
He says Homeward Bound like it's fucking Titanic. All right, continue, please.
This guy, he asked me why I hate him so, and he'll listen to it back. He'll listen to it back. So Sunday was our homie Chad's birthday. We went down to a very cool bar in.
Very cool.
What is it? Because you're the geology king. Geography.
Well, first of all, shout out Chad. He had a great birthday. He enjoyed himself.
Well, you don't know that. But shout out to
He
Chad.
told us
Happy
that.
birthday.
But yes.
People lie.
Well, you know what? Okay.
Go. Come on.
Oh, you know what? We'll get to that, I guess. But anyway, it was called the Double Down Saloon.
Yeah.
In the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Thank you.
Lower East Side.
Yeah, really great place. It reminds me of the former Coke kind of bars I went to in Houston. And it made me feel home. Just a whole bunch of like grungy kind of seedy people go there that all understand shit in life. Most of them are in your lane.
In my lane.
Anyways, why are you getting so shouty?
No,
levels, Carlos.
The levels
Yeah,
are
your
fine.
levels. Like, these are people open to experiences. Like the shit you were saying earlier. Those kind of people. Those are the people that go there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love that kind of environment. It makes me miss. That was literally the best part about Houston was the low-key kind of grungy places that I visited.
Yes.
But really great place. Really great bartender. Really good people.
That's some cool people.
The musicians.
Yes, we met a bunch of musicians there.
Did you meet a whole bunch? I only met the two.
We met two groups of people that were in bands, so multiple.
Who were the second group?
You're talking about the two gentlemen.
Well, those were the second group for you, probably.
The first one was those two young ladies.
With the dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
the two young ladies with the cool hair. Yeah, they're in a band.
That's what you were. I was wondering. I was like, Carlos game.
Well, as you can see, folks, with my totally sincere co-host here. Yeah.
I'm being sincere. I'm telling you, Carlos. I was shocked. I came back and I saw you chatting her up. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, thanks for being so shocked at that. That really.
Yes, I was shocked.
Yeah. Tell him some more about how shocked you were about it. Why don't you? Tell him some more about that.
I scared you off because I came up and I was looking at you like, shit.
He was looking at me with a purpose, but yeah.
Whoa, I was looking at you like I was surprised and congratulatory to what you were doing. And then you just stopped talking to her because I scared you.
That was a pause moment. Looking at me with a purpose.
No,
anyway,
that was weird, but I'm gonna let you rock, bro. This is 2023.
I didn't even mean for it to come
I'm gonna
out
let
like
you live.
I didn't mean for it to come out.
I'm gonna let you live.
So we met two groups of people that are in a band. And
what was the first band called?
I don't remember the name of the
Wow,
band.
that's how I know that's what you were interested in. You weren't interested in give a fuck about her band. No, I know the other guys' bands.
They didn't say a name though. They didn't tell us a name. They just said we like.
Who is we? What group of people? One or two?
One.
I didn't talk to them at all.
Oh, okay, well they didn't tell I.
See, that's what I mean. Why are you putting me in stories that I wasn't there for?
Well, you were there.
In spirit, yes, I'm always in your soul. Pause. But I'm always there. But
anyway, so they did not tell me.
You horny man. You weren't interested in the music. You would have found out.
I like music.
The music.
I am a fan of live music. I don't mind.
I like sounds.
I'm really one of my goals.
Pebble Music. Shout out Group 2. Shout out those fellas.
Shout out Pebble Music.
Shout out Pebble Music.
Shout out
a show coming up October, and I wish I had
7th.
more.
October 7th, right?
No, I said I don't know.
Oh,
But you're giving a surefire date, October 7th, Pebble Music. Go see them.
didn't you put it in your phone?
No, because I immediately forgot the numbers.
Oh, okay. I saw you pull out your phone, like in looking at your calendar. But
No, I did. Oh, that's factual.
yeah, but you forgot the
Immediately.
yeah.
I'm bad. I'm numerically dyslexic. No lie. There is an actual name for it. Before I thought it was just called numerical dyslexia.
I think it might be just dyslexia,
No.
or it might be you were just high and forgot.
No.
Forgot shit.
No. It's something I didn't think was real, and then it turned out to be real, and I was like, "That's what I got, bitch."
Yeah. No,
Self-diagnosed, of course.
I think it was October.
I need the Adderall. What? What did you say?
I said I think. People are probably more focused on what you just said, but I think it was October 7th. But I don't know for
Once
sure.
again, you're giving out
I just know that
possible
they were,
misinformation.
it's
Is that
possible
a good
misinformation,
look?
but that's why
That's
I
not a
said
good
the
look.
words "I'm not sure."
You
I
should
don't
just-
know for sure.
You should have just.
This is why I
left
say
it
those
alone.
things. I think it was October
Just
7th.
say October. Then we could double back on a
Yeah,
later
because
podcast.
October, that tells a story. Yeah, you know, like
Now we have to come back and say, hey, folks, fans of the Sus Boys podcast, I'm so sorry that on the last episode we gave out some misinformation. It was not the correct date that we stated so sternly.
I don't think
and
we
in
have
stone.
To, I don't think we have to make a statement about it. We can just say, "Yo, we thought it was October 7th. It's
Bro,
October blank, whatever."
Our
it is.
fans come here for truth and honesty more than anything. They come for your sussy shelf.
Well, my truth is
Once
that it's
again,
October
the level,
7th.
the levels.
It's that it's October.
No,
7th.
we don't go by your truth, sir. We go by mine's and then the world's truth.
Well, you know what? I put my foot down. I will.
You will be.
I will
You will be.
stake my reputation.
You will be.
Big words here. I will stake my reputation that it's October 7th.
That's a lot.
I got a good memory. You called me Rain Man for a reason. I got a good memory.
He is the Rain Man because of his.
You call me. I'm fucking Rain Man.
That boy's special song, right? but I
Shout out Rain Man.
I love the surefire nature
Shout
of
out
what
Rain
you're
Man.
saying to me. So I'm giving him a call.
No way.
No, I'm giving Pebble Music a call. No, I love.
Just know the phone number.
Yeah, I got the text. I got
His
this
name
shit.
isn't even there. By the way, his name is Jack. I think. Yeah, it was Jack.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yo, Jay, you on the Sus Boys podcast. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Whoa, hey,
this is
we're
good.
we're giving you a call because shout out Pebble Music first
Shout
of
out
all.
Pebble Music.
Hell yeah.
But we were having a debate, and I couldn't remember the date of your show, and my host Carlos was very adamant on it being October 7th. Can you tell us the date of the show and the location?
It is indeed October 7th at the Bowery Electric.
Thank you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna connect, bro. Thank you.
Absolutely.
First
All right.
on voice guest
Yeah,
on
first
phone.
guest on the podcast.
Shout out to you, bro. Pebble Music.
Shout out to you guys.
Hey.
Shout out to you guys. Sus Boys Podcast. Check it out. Check it out.
Look at it. That's
Yo.
great.
All right, two things. One, that guy.
No, let me first of all,
backpedal.
sir, Mr. Rain Man, I apologize for doubting your skills.
Wow.
I apologize.
I did not think you were gonna apologize.
I have it in me to apologize when I'm wrong.
Oh wow.
I tried to call you out, and you were ready.
October 7th. Rain Man strikes again. I have for some reason, I have a really weirdly good memory.
Autism. We know what the fuck it is, bro.
You know what? Maybe I'll try to get tested for that. But yeah, and also shout out to those guys.
Pebble
Those
Music.
guys are great. I know that's Jack. The other guy, I didn't get that guy's name. He was wearing a funny hat though.
And he's directs.
Yes, he was a filmmaker. He said director. Yes.
Yeah.
He was wearing the hat. Did you see his hat? You saw the hat.
I don't pay attention to hats.
It was a funny hat. So
Or
From a-
hair.
from a fairly like if you were at a normal distance from him, it looks like a New York Mets ball cap. The blue with the New York Mets logo on it. with the orange stripe with the orange lettering. It's the blue cap and the orange lettering. Anyway, it looks like that from a normal distance. But if you got up close to him, the words in little orange words, it said Alcoholics Anonymous, where the NY would be. So it was an AA hat, and I don't even know if he was a baseball fan, but they were giving it out at his...
but he doesn't drink.
Yeah,
I remember him saying
they were giving it out at his AA meetings. It was a cool hat, man. It was definitely a big curveball. No pun intended for the baseball, but anyway, it was a curveball. I didn't get his name though. But yes, Pebble Music, October 7th at the Bowery Electric. I've actually been there before.
Damn.
So those guys,
really?
I'm surprised I didn't remember Bowery Electric. I'm a little disappointed in myself for not remembering Bowery Electric.
Shout out Jay. Like that was just sounded like garble. I was gonna just run it back on the podcast so I could find it again. Well, I'm gonna link up with him before that. I fucks with that boy. I fucks with him.
Good gentleman.
Good
And yeah, it's at Bowery Electric. That's near NYU. For the since I'm geography guy, yeah, it's near NYU.
No, you're a geology guy now.
Geology, yeah.
Look at you, you rock lover.
It was yeah, near NYU. Nice bar. There's a downstairs basement that they're gonna be playing at. I know that because I went there for my friend's 21st birthday, and got very drunk at that downstairs bar. But haven't we all gotten too drunk at a certain place, right? It's happened to the best of us.
So, that was Sunday. Then, actually, we left there. Shout out Chad on his birthday.
Shout out Chad on his birthday.
It was really great. We had tons of ass juice.
Yes, we did have tons of ass juice. You want to explain to them what ass juice... Do you think you can explain what ass juice is?
No, I didn't ask what it was. It's some specialty cheap cocktail at Double Downs.
Yeah, it's a house-made... I guess you can. It was a shot. I don't know if it's shot, whatever. It was a house-made specialty drink, and it's called ass juice, and it's cheap.
I was calling it ass blast the whole time.
Yeah, you were calling it ass blast, which I if you want to go.
No lie.
No one cared, so yeah.
No lie. What? That words came out to be more accurate than I would have thought. No lie. I was like, wow, I really knocked out the ball.
Well, thanks for sharing.
I'm just letting you know.
But yes,
when I came back that night, I was like...
that could have been that fucking Hawaiian pizza from Essex Pizza. No.
Sir. You asked... Let's go back. After Ass Blast, you almost got replaced, and you might get replaced again talking about Essex Pizza.
He tried to replace at this bar, at Double Down Saloon. I see him me and Chad are at the end. I see him about 3 seats away talking to this guy named Ryland.
Shout out Ryland.
Shout out Ryland.
Shout out all these white boys for dropping names, too.
Shout out
Chad's kind of looking white, but he's not white.
He is Puerto Rican, but he's a pale.
Why are you so detailed? Why are you doxing these niggas?
What is...
Just let him be white, which he looks.
I mean, he would tell you that he's Puerto Rican.
And
he's proud of it. He should be proud of it. I am too.
Because he looks super Caucasian. And he like one of the bikers from Sons of Anarchy type of white. Like that nigga from Sons of Anarchy that turned out to be a black guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
No, he's Puerto Rican. Did you watch Sons of Anarchy?
I know.
That's this.
But I know the demographic you're painting, though.
Everyone
I get,
does.
yeah, it's like the biker gang dudes. Yeah.
That's my boy Chadwick.
Do you remember what you said to the bartender when we first walked in? When you said, that guy that over there that looks like a white supremacist, he's with us?
Probably so. I don't know. That sounds funny. Like me, but...
You said it. It was funny, and the bartender laughed. It was funny. But yes.
Possibly.
Chad is... Yes, he's... our big friend, and he's a good.
He is a tall,
man.
Very tall man.
Yeah. I first saw him. He's a coworker of ours. You know, the first thing
Shut the fuck up.
What? What the fuck? You shut the fuck up.
No one cares about that. They just know we know the guy. No one cares about the relationship we have built.
Well, I was gonna say it.
It better not be about that place we all share in common.
No, I was just gonna fucking say.
Good job.
I was just gonna fucking say like the first time I fucking met him, dick.
That's not that important.
Okay.
Tell that when we do a guest if he ever decides to appear. That way you can be like, Chad, you want to know the first time I met you? And yeah,
I don't even know.
It's so sussy.
We never asked him to come on this. Did you ask him if he wanted to come on this?
We know each other.
We know each other, but I'm saying, did you ask? I don't even know if he's listening to this ever. I don't know if he did.
Doesn't matter.
He's giving us tips on how to grow it, but
You.
us.
Who's? It's not always us, baby boy.
It was given.
You're half.
He was talking.
You're the Carlos.
Was he not talking to the both of us?
When?
This is in the back patio before it got closed down. Maybe he was. Maybe he was talking to the both of us, but you were too busy.
Talking to
too busy
Pebble Music.
too busy not giving a fuck about anything to fucking pay
That
attention.
is my MO.
Yeah.
But I was also really fucking with Pebble Music. Shout out to them boys.
No, nobody cares about that. No one
Wow.
cares. Nobody cares about that.
About Pebble Music?
No, nobody cares, bro. Save that for when they come on as a guest host. And
Jake.
say, I remember when I met you for the
Jake,
first time. And what
put
you did
hands on
for
this
the first
boy.
time."
I'm not encouraging. Hey, shout out Pebble Music. Put hands on this nigga.
Shout out Pebble Music.
Nah,
Fuck-
it's too
fuck
late.
Alan.
Too-
Shout out Pebble Music. Fuck Alan.
Too late.
Anyway,
we riding. I mean, me and him.
we are the three of us. Actually, no, me and him separately. We're riding.
No, we're gonna
Not
jump
so
the
fond
fuck
of
out
you,
to you,
but
bro. We're going to jump
let's continue to
on
what,
the same podcast. Damn, bro, you are
since you know what they want to hear.
Blooded.
Since you know what they want to hear, continue with what they want to hear.
No, I was going to talk about afterwards about so after Chad celebrating, we went to go get pizza at the best pizza place in New York.
Cap.
What's the best pizza place
Not the
in New
best
York?
pizza place in New York.
What's the best
It was a
pizza
pretty
place?
solid slice. It was Essex Pizza,
Yep.
Lower East Side, like down the street from Double Down.
Yep.
Solid pizza.
Delancey and Essex, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out to Delancey and Essex.
You know how much he likes it because he actually knows.
No,
yeah.
the cross streets, yeah.
That tells you how much he likes
I
it.
love it. Best slice in New York.
Yeah, it was, and the prices were pretty fair. I think it was like $2.50 for a cheese slice. Not bad. $4. I got buffalo chicken ranch slices, $4 each. Pretty good.
Yeah,
So
your
good.
fat ass got two. You were hungry.
Is that fat to get 2 slices of
You
pizza?
were starving. How many did I get, Papa?
1, but does
Did I-
that mean that
I couldn't even finish it all.
2 slices of pizza means you're fat now?
And I couldn't even finish it all because it was so decadent.
No, you couldn't finish that shit.
Decadent.
You couldn't finish that shit because it got too nasty.
I will throw this mic at you. We will.
I'm telling you.
No, once we got, you got 3 more minutes after that point. I could get rough. With the 5 minutes beforehand, yeah, that's 45, baby. No, I don't think so.
Solid slice of pizza.
Man,
Best pizza in New York City.
best
He's
please,
over exaggerating like you
best-
wouldn't believe.
Best non-restaurant, like a sit-down place. Best non-sit-down restaurant.
Oh, so you're taking like John's at Bleecker Street out of the equation. Like you're taking the nice fancy spots out of the equation.
Yeah, if they got candles on the table, that's
Yeah.
not in the same
or
category.
like Patsy's or like other like you're taking those out of the equation.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
talking-
those are like fancier.
No, I'm talking about
yeah,
walk up, get a slice,
Yeah.
not there make a pizza for
football
you.
slices.
No.
The best the best establishment like that.
Yeah, best
Just
fucking
classic
slice.
New York slice. Just
Best fucking slice. I
no
swear to
frill,
God.
no frills, no
God.
special, no straight down the middle best pizza spot.
Best.
That's what he says.
Fucking pizza in New York City, bro.
How many times have you been there?
Probably like at this point, like at least 20. But I just
Wow.
found out. I just found out about that place again because the only times when I first got to New York, I certainly didn't know where shit was, especially if I lived in Yonkers, which is in New York City.
is not.
Fucking, it is not. So
It is not.
I just wander around places drunk as fuck, and then I went to this place once. And I was like, "This is some good pizza." Then I was in the area and then wandered over there again and remembered. I was like, "Oh yeah, this was some good pizza." But thanks to comedy, I found I'm right down the street from it now. So
You
thank
you
God.
spend a lot of time in the Lower East Side. If you've been there like 20 times, you spend a lot of time in the Lower East Side.
No,
Because that's their only do they have any more locations?
that's the only
No,
one
that's
I know.
yeah.
But that's
You
over
spend a lot of time in the Lower
2
East Side.
years. Over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot of times.
When relative, I'm not saying you're addicted to that place, but yeah,
I
relative
am
to
addicted to that place.
relative to 2 years, 20 times at that pizza spot. That means you spend a good amount of time in the Lower East Side.
That's so
Lower East Side's not a bad area.
So good.
It's not a bad area.
But after that, karaoke. Let's break down what the fuck is up with karaoke here in New York City. We went to, before we found the last place, Winnie's. Shout out to Winnie's. How many places did we go to? 3 or just 2?
We went to 2. You wanted to go to a third one, but I think it was too far. So you called an audible and said, let's just go to this place. I think, is that what happened?
How many places did we go to?
We went to 2 places.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to 2.
But before we went to the third
there was
right?
a third one that I swear that you looked up and you were like, all right, let's go here. And then you said, no, it's too far. And then you found Winnie's. But 2 places we walked into.
Yeah. So in these 2 places we walked into, as soon as you walk into the door, like, as soon as you walk in the door, there is a fucking cover charge. Not no private room, not, hey, yo, you gotta buy a drink first before. It's like, hey, yo, $20. That is fucking wild to me.
They charging motherfuckers to breathe.
Bro, you're charging motherfuckers to hear terrible renditions of songs.
They're charging us to exist.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Like
20 big ones.
And then I still gotta buy your $10 ass drinks.
Which are all ice.
Bro, that shit, like, how do you feel about that? You're from small upstate New York. Like, have you ever been to any karaoke bars up there?
I actually had a conversation with one of the friends of this podcast just yesterday or 2 days ago. Or no, yesterday on Labor Day.
They can't be a friend of the podcast if they're not my friend too.
Okay, well, a friend of half the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was telling her about this, that it drove me crazy. That I was like, how can you charge somebody? Like, and then I'd never been in a karaoke bar ever, so I didn't know if that was like a business model, if that was the thing. I didn't know if that was a thing that happened a lot. Because the first 2 places we went to, everything's about first impression, obviously. So I was like, is this how it works? But no, I didn't like it. And I've seen, it's New York City. That's what you said to me. I was like, why the fuck are they doing this? And you said, bro, it's New York.
Capitalism.
And
maybe.
I've seen worse situations from bars in general. I remember, like, before when I said my friend's 21st, we went to this bar in Meatpacking District called, I forget the name of it. But and it was, we walked in. It was
certainly an area to be in.
South Spice Podcast. And it was I forget the name of the bar, but we were waiting outside, and a guy came up to us and said, "Hey, it's a $100 minimum to come inside for the bar, $100 minimum." And that was the quickest like get the fuck out of that line I've ever been into in my life. So it's a New York thing. These places can't keep getting away with this, folks. I really don't like it. And the karaoke spot.
I don't like these people can't get away with. Calm down.
I'm not calming down.
These folks don't need to learn, Carlos. They don't need it. There doesn't need to be a price to pay. Calm the fuck
that
down.
Los just came out there. No, but yeah, I did not.
David just came out. Your white version.
That's not my
school shooter.
That is not.
I mean, also Carl.
Carl or
Charles.
That could be another one. Maybe.
Yeah, Charles.
Carl is probably the best one. I don't like. I have a friend that calls me Carl. I really don't like it. But he's still my friend. So, but anyway.
Well.
To get back to your question, I did not.
Now he's gonna hear this podcast and know you have it out.
I haven't told him about the podcast. That's what I will, and he probably will listen to it. He knows who he is. But
Jesus.
I did not like the $20 cover charge.
No, there's nothing to like about it.
I was really like I was highly offended.
That's a respectable price. Not too high. No, fuck no. And then the second place the first place we went into because you didn't hear her say that because she was like,
yes,
it's gonna be $20, and while she pulled out a menu. And you're like, what? And I'm like, let's just go. And you're like, no, what did she say? Like, you always gotta fucking try to understand.
I just wanted to know.
No, you did, bro. I heard her. She only needed to say it once, and she said,
"Well, once you walked outside and you told me."
Yeah,
I mean, oh yeah,
you couldn't hear me because, like I said, that guy was singing terribly. And why would I pay $25 to hear that guy just do a terrible rendition? What the fuck he did? And I'm not hating because I do karaoke for just the hell of it. I don't sound good.
You did it pretty well.
Hey, that's because of the darkness in my heart. I needed to let it out.
Yeah, the song is perfect for it.
Yeah,
but yeah. So that first bar, and there's also nobody in that first bar.
Well, there was private rooms too.
Yeah,
no. See, I'm a big group karaoke person.
That's what I'm saying. I want to be with the people.
But I hate hearing people sing. as you could tell by my facial reaction when
Both of our facial reactions.
Yeah,
we were
but
like the two most miserable looking guys in there just waiting for your song to come up.
That
But
is
so
true.
the second place was more populated. Same thing. It was sign in the door, $20 minimum per person.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even walk into that door.
Yeah, we didn't walk in. We just walked. We walked, saw that, and I was like, "Yo!" And then we walked right out of there.
Yeah.
But then Winnie's happened
Whitney's
in Chinatown.
Yes, the hottest karaoke bar in the city. And I mean that
And it's-
temperature-wise.
And it smelled horrible outside on the street. It smelled like fish, and it was just. I
It's
wanted to
deep.
vomit.
It's like in Chinatown. You can smell Chinatown.
It was there, but
It's
but
in it.
we go up these stairs and we
Always-
entered this.
Always with the details. I think we're all upstairs. Cool. Oh, except the first
Except
one.
the first one was on upstairs.
Yeah,
The next
two in
two-
a row was upstairs, which was weird.
And so we go, and then we entered this karaoke universe,
Yeah.
and
It was lit. People were loving it. There was, let me say, there was a ton of people, ton of girls, which was lit.
Yes.
Ton of sussy boys for Carlos and themselves. I'm
Sussy
just
boys that were
saying,
giving
Sus
some
Boy
googly
podcast.
eye-
Let's shout out the
there were
episode
sussy
two.
boys that were googly eyeing Alan. That's for
I
sure,
mean,
yeah.
I do have the self confidence now. That is true. I'm not gonna deny that.
You shouldn't walk from it.
Bro.
Accept it.
You should learn from it, bro. Don't emulate, just learn from it. But
Don't be me, but try to learn.
don't be me. I tell you that all the time. I try to educate you on the things I could look back and say, I could add an easier time, but I choose the humor for the humor. I live for the consequences of the joke. Because you know why? People leave, but I always have these jokes. It's sad. I know.
What does it matter if you have nobody to laugh at them? Though?
I laugh at a lot of
You know
shit by
what?
myself. What the fuck?
Amen.
No.
But yeah, this bar it was very hot. I
Bro,
looked over at
so
Alan and he was sweating.
Sweating
Like,
balls.
Dude, his whole
no,
forehead
it wasn't balls.
His
but
whole
it
forehead
hot
was
as
drenched in
fuck.
sweat, and he looked like the most miserable guy.
Oh, that the misery because of the music. But
Yes.
I did get lit when they played Misery Business because that is a lit Paramore song.
Yes.
And they handed me the mic because they're like, I don't really know it. I was really like, bitch, you never played Guitar Hero? I never did, but I know that song was lit as fuck on there. I love that song.
Yeah, but what I realized about karaoke bars in general, going in there, it's a lot of it's waves for me. Like I might hate it for 15 minutes, I might love it for 20, and then I might go back to hating it because it's people, so you're really at the mercy of who's on the mic.
Yeah.
And if these are women that are drunk and they're screaming, they're like
I think you're saying that
screaming-
because they were African American, and I'm concerned about that.
What are you talking about?
Carlos.
If it were, are you seriously gonna do that here?
No, I was trying to think of your last name.
Oh my god!
Let me have fun. But
I'm-
they
okay,
were,
go
they
off-
were,
go off
they,
with your
they
bullshit.
They were just black women, bro. They were having fun. They were the life. If it wasn't for them, the place would have been dead. You respect those queens.
It's not like I'm hating on black women, but I'm
No,
just saying.
you hating on those queens specifically, not all.
That's
just
what I'm
those.
saying. But
Yeah.
it's not because they were. No.
Why you
it's
giving me that
because
look, Carlos?
You're gonna do this when there's no video. You're gonna make it. Yeah, great job. Fucking swear to, this is what it's like to do a podcast with this guy. But anyway, they were just. It was really loud and they were screaming, and I was.
They've been
and it
drinking
was-
liquor in
yeah,
a
it
hot,
was-
very hot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be screechy if you were
Fuck no.
lit as fuck. If you were been drinking those $10 cocktails, sweating when there was a back patio that no one knows.
Yeah,
about,
we didn't know that till before
I would have
we
been
left.
happy in the back patio
Exactly.
the whole time.
Yeah, well, we would. Yeah, I didn't know that until like 5 minutes before we left.
I saw people go back there. I was like,
That
that guy works there. He looked shocked that people opened the door.
Yeah, it was because like it also goes back to what I was saying about the waves. Like, so there would be like 4 hype ass songs, and like it seemed like the room was packed, and then like a couple of songs that weren't super popular.
Slow R&B
Yeah,
type
like, exactly.
joints.
The room would just clear out, and it would be like people hanging in the corners, or like and everyone in the middle would leave, and I'd be like, why is it? It was so like up and down.
Yeah.
But then I realized at the end, I was like, are all these people leaving and coming back? But it was because they went to the back patio.
Or
Probably to
and
get some fucking
people,
fresh
yeah,
air
and people leaving just because it's hot as fuck.
Or
in
yeah,
there.
so it was a mix. But most of them were going to the back patio because I would see them come back. But yeah, it was just like there. So when they're yelling and screaming and like I'm not big into loud noises and shit. So like I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. I may not be into karaoke. But then they started playing some songs that I fucked with, and like the people that were doing them weren't being obnoxious about it, and they were actually like doing it, and it was actually.
What
good.
about me? What about my performance? I was trying to be obnoxious.
So that's what I was saying. It's waves. I was liking it. I didn't like it the first 15. Loved it the next 20. But anyway,
what do you think about my performance?
the song you played was Toxicity.
Toxicity, System of a Down. I've been obsessed with it recently. This year,
Which band did it?
System of a Down.
Oh, I thought it was like all of that. All right, so it's a band called System of the Down, Toxicity. You did a good job with it, and the room was jumping when you went.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Exactly. So you did a. You and those other two guys, the guys that were giving you the googly eyes that were like in love with you, they were
because I had a mean face and looked like I wasn't here for any of the
they just like when you got up and had energy, but then you would go and sit in the corner and just be like.
I was never in a corner.
Well, we weren't in the corner, but we would sit in the booth and just like kind of sit there.
That's not a corner. It's a booth.
Okay, well, booth.
Don't make us sound like guys that sit in the corner.
Okay. Well,
no, I'm looking out for you, young buck.
Okay. Well, we would sit in the booths and we would be kind of like we wouldn't be too energetic, but then the song would come on and you got up and did it, and it was like you were.
I was waiting for it that whole time.
You were like performing. It was like you were. It was like disorder. And so.
That's a good song.
Those guys did 24K Magic and some other songs. They were good too, but because they weren't too like obnoxious about it and they were playing the right tempo.
No, I hated all of that.
Really?
Every.
Do you not like that song?
Besides Misery Business, I hated every other second of it. Every other second. If I knew there was a patio, I could have dealt with it. But the fact that I sat in that hot ass room. I hated every fucking second of it. Only because I paid $1 to do my song.
That's also,
and he said, "Yo, it's gonna be an hour and I suffered through it.
It was more than an hour too. It was like probably an hour and 15. But when the song came on, it was worth it because like the crowd was jumping and there was like it was the people were digging it.
What did my nigga Ray Charles say? I do what I do, baby.
He did say that, but
that was good.
And it was only $1 to get your song, which is very fair. The drinks were fair. I mean, they weren't great, but they were like
that Dragon Punch went hard.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying the taste. I'm saying the prices. They were fair. Like there wasn't anything crazy. And yeah, it was kind of it was small, but it wasn't too small.
Yeah,
it was a good size.
Good size.
Yeah, and there was a little stage part.
Yeah.
You were on it. Yeah.
It was bigger than Jimmy's. Shout out Jimmy's.
Yeah, shout out Jimmy's. But yeah, Winnie's in Chinatown was definitely a spot that
we're going back.
Like it was a hidden gem spot for sure.
No, that's it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to buy one of those AC neck collar things. No, you think I'm joking? Like,
we'll just utilize that back patio.
No.
But it was fun there.
I'm gonna get one off of fucking AliExpress or some shit like that.
Is it Winnie as in like Winnie the Pooh or Winnie with a Y at the end of it? You don't remember. All right, well, it's Winnie's. It's in Chinatown. It's a nice karaoke bar. Go check it out. We for the Toxicity song, we both had a great time. I had a pretty good time for moments, and you apparently
not a single bit.
Had a good time for your 3 minutes and got off, or
six technically because I didn't pick Misery Business.
Yeah,
it's just you start playing that bitch, I'm gonna turn up immediately,
and no one else knew it
immediately.
No one else knew it, so that was
gotta just feel so like come on, y'all. Yeah, I gotta hit it, but I think that's a good point. That was our Sunday, and that's the last thing we did.
That was a good Sunday.
Good Sunday. Yeah.
And we've definitely gone over our limit that we thought we wanted, but I mean that's just what happens when.
There's never no limits. That's just what happens
when two guys.
Once again, there was no limits. You're the one that stopped it early last time.
Well, because it's just we're trying to keep it to a certain level. That's all.
It's still within the play window, but you stopped it specifically at our last timestamp. You did. Number 2, co-chair. Co-chair stopped the podcast.
It was 49 minutes, about roughly. That was when I stopped it. It wasn't 45 exactly, but now we got almost an hour.
Second chair decided when to stop the podcast?
Oh, cause I gotta go home. It's 10. It's almost 10:45. I gotta get home.
You are a grown man with muscles. I know they can't see these muscles, but what the fuck do you have these muscles? Yo, that was episode 2. You'll see it up. This was recorded Tuesday. You'll see it up tomorrow. So,
next couple.
Hey, y'all. Shout out Carlos.
Shout out Alan. We fight on here, but
Once again, the name scheme, bro.
shout out A+.
Fucking
A+.
that's-
He is A+ for sure in every sense of the word.
You just saw me do the stand up. What did I go by?
A+. And it was
So easy.
It was a A+ set.
Thank you. I do try.
And yes, we fight on here, but we aren't this bad in person. So come if you see us in public, come hang out with us, even though you have no idea what we look like for the most part. But
That's how I just hate his voice, y'all. I love this man though. Shout out Carlos. Shout out to all the people
listening, bro.
Man, look at us. We're syncing up. We did a
Knock
little
on
meet
wood.
cute on the podcast. Shout out everyone that we shouted out. Shout out Chad. Shout out Pebble Music. Shout out Rain Man next to me again because he
Rain
did
Man.
that shit. He did that shit. He wants to go by Los, but clearly he should go by Destin because Dustin Hoffman played Rain Man, but he probably doesn't remember that.
I see that. I saw the movie. It's a good movie.
I know, but do you
Tom
remember
Cruise.
that?
Yeah, I know Dustin Hoffman. Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is in Rain Man.
I don't remember who
he's
his
Dustin
brother
Hoffman's
was. Brother.
He's Dustin Hoffman's younger brother, and he's like
I don't.
He's meeting him for the
once
first
again,
time.
no one gives
Good
a
movie.
fuck about the fucking plot description of Rain Man.
Barry
I'm
Levinson
giving the
directed it.
outro. Just
give it.
hate his voice, y'all.
Fuck you.
And it doesn't have a mute button, so I can't just like that. But shout out to Carlos, the Rain Man himself here. It's really good. I'm going to say, stay safe, San Diego.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
No, you fucking fucking it up for
Episode 2.
episode
In the
2 in the books. That's it.